What's up, guys? It's Jukes, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Mind. So, this is episode 6. So, in this video, I thought I'd do something a bit different. So, I have a video from one of my, or a gameplay video from one of my Twitch subscribers. So, I thought I'd analyze what happened in his game, and he sent me this video also for me to analyze over it. So, I thought I'd use this gameplay for episode 6 for Inside the Mind. So here's the team he's using. So he's got a pretty decent team. Um, and yeah, let's see what happens. So I'll go over the goals, and then if I spot some other sequences, I'll go over those as well. So let's get into it. All right, so he comes up against a pretty good team. Team here: De Bruyne, Eusebio, Ballack, Messi, Conte, Neymar, Marcelo, Luis, Ferdinand, Mendy, and then Team here: Alice. He comes up against a pretty good team. All right, I'm just gonna skip ahead. Okay, so Eusebio has scored. Let's see what happens. Let's stop here. Yeah, I'm guessing he loses the ball there. So let's take a look. Okay, AI block there kind of helps him out. That radar, wow, I'm not sure why the radar is like that, but okay, so he gets the ball with Neymar here. He's got Mbappe right here, Dembele right here, Firmino here, Sissoko here. So he could turn and play this ball back to Firmino and then reset Tomato here. But the shape of his team isn't great from the back, but still it should be fine. So yeah, I would have not dribbled with Neymar there because his defender was so close, and you don't want to lose the ball here. So I probably would have passed this back to Firmino potentially, or you could have hit Dembele with the through ball because this defender is behind Dembele, and then the through ball to Dembele here works out, and then his other defender here, as you can see on the radar, is pretty far from Dembele, so it could have worked out. So he ends up losing the ball there. So let's see what happens. The opponent gets the ball to Messi. Sissoko is where he's controlling. He's got De Bruyne here, Eusebio here. Don't really have to worry about anything other than these two players. So this is the threat, these two players. Because if he gets that pass in between these two, Firmino is taken out of the play, and then Sissoko is also taken out of the play. Tomato and Mendy are in decent position, but pretty much it's going to result in a 2v2. So uh, Sissoko, I think the key is when you get Sissoko here, when you control Sissoko, is to kind of put him here in this position here, so you can shade this pass to De Bruyne, and then the pass to Eusebio should be somewhat covered by Firmino. So he does shade, but you see the opponent he's come up against actually turns with Messi. So let's go back and look at that. He turns with Messi to go away. Okay. So after he takes that touch back, I feel like you got two options with Sissoko. You could either completely bum rush him, like fully rush out with Sissoko towards his Messi, or you switch to Militao potentially. I think that's Militao, and prepare for the pass to De Bruyne. But so yeah, so I feel like it's a bit of a misplay. I mean, again, his opponent did a good thing by not playing the pass right away. He turned away from Messi just to make sure he'd have enough space to play to De Bruyne. So once this pass comes to De Bruyne, though, I think you got to switch off Sissoko. So I think that's one of the mistakes he makes because you got to cover this pass. You switch to Varane right now, I'd say. As soon as that pass comes into De Bruyne, you want to switch to Varane because Eusebio's making a run. Varane probably is not going to cover the run. That's exactly what happened. You switch to Varane too late. Okay, you play pretty good defense here. You stopped him from making the run. So even though initially I don't think the greatest defense was played, you play pretty good defense. Um, you stop Eusebio from making a run into the area here to get a near post shot off. You're in pretty good shape. You switch off Varane. Okay, let's go back. I don't think you should have switched off Veron here. I think that's a mistake. Because once you switch back to Veron, you have to now start predicting his movements again, and that's where I think you're vulnerable. You should have stayed on Veron here, I think. That's where you made a mistake. Then he bites for the yeah. I think the mistake here was simply initially um after that, I suppose, like misplay with Soko not switching to Braun right away. Afterwards you play really good defense, but you switch off Ron for no reason, I think, because De Bruyne was offside, and then you bite for the drag back. Let's go back and take a look. That drag back comes in. See, the thing is, if you're covering Veron right now, if you're on Veron right now, that drag back is never gonna work. And then, even though there's a threat for him to go here, you've got Semedo here that you can switch to as well. You should never have switched off Veron there. So I think that's where the mistake comes in. And then Eusebio finesse shot is just kind of a killer. So I think that was the mistake there. Switching off Veron because you covered that pretty well. Yeah, let's see what happens. Go. I want to look at goals more so than chances. But if there's not enough goals, I'll try and look for some chance. Okay, wait, we can look at this. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, nice fake shot there to get away from him. Okay, so he switches on to Rio. Son is right there, Neymar is right there, then Dembele's right there. Okay, so there's not the threat here is you could bait him with Rio, continue running into this area here. There's a lot of open space here, so you can keep running and then wait for this play to develop and then cut inside. Okay, so he stops. Son makes a very aggressive run. He's not really in the play. Okay. This is good. So you stop, you bait his Rio, then you free up Dembele. So Dembele's right here. It's wide open. You play that pass to Dembele, which is, I'm guessing, what he ends up doing. Okay. Plays a pass to Dembele. So, okay, you got Dembele isolated with Balak. Son is covered by Luz, and Neymar's gone into an offside. So he's not really in the play. Okay. Pretty good first touch there, away from his defender. So you could, afterwards, you could drag back, but not, I wouldn't drag back this way. I drag back that way, so you go up a bit. You could also fake shot this way for momentum, and then you might be able to free up Son for a pass. I think this pass to Son is on. I think you can play this pass to Son here. It's close, but I think this pass could work. It is very close, though. Oh, he actually ends up scoring from that. Okay. First time shot with Mbappe. Okay. That drag back with Dembele was pretty good. Even though I think that pass on was an option, that drag back does work out pretty well. So pretty much you have to take that shot first time, unless you dummy and then roll it that way. Actually, like, he did something I wouldn't have done. Because I probably would have played that pass to Son, but it still worked out pretty well. I think the key, though, is he made a good decision when he was up here with Mbappe. He waited for the play to develop, and then he got it into Dembele. And afterwards, his opponent was kind of scrambling. That was a nicely worked goal, so credit to CM there, or Siam. My bad if I mispronounced your name. Alright, so let's see what he said. He loses this game, so let's see what happened. Skip ahead of opponent. Someone subbed in Ronaldo. I'm guessing his opponent. Okay, let's take a look. Ronaldo. Okay, once that pass comes into Ronaldo, you switch to Militao and you should be set. He's got no threat. Ooh, he dummies. Okay. That was a very good move by the opponent, I won't lie. He dummies, he completely takes out Militao with that dummy. But you're still pretty much covered. Okay, so see, here, I'm guessing this. He's about to do a fake shot. I'm guessing it's gonna be Militao because you were over. You were overly aggressive with Militao, even though like Ronaldo running out here isn't really a threat. I feel like you should have been. Let's see what. Actually, let me see what happened. Okay, actually, he didn't do the fake shot. I thought his opponent was gonna do. I thought he was gonna fake shot inside and not do the running fake shot. Um, you got to be careful here though. When you're if he fake shot it inside, I think his Militao would have been beat. You got to be careful here though. I think sometimes everyone's kind of guilty of this. When your opponent's kind of sprinting but away from goal, you kind of want to give him sometimes space to perform a skill move because you kind of bait him into doing the skill move. You can get the ball off, but he did the wrong skill move here, so you were pretty much covered, I think. And then he ends up doing a really bad pass, and you got it, Militao. So, um, pretty good to switch on to Militao. The opponent did a good dummy, and then afterwards, if he fake shot it inside, I think you were a bit overly aggressive with Militao, but he did the wrong fake shot, and then afterwards you cut him off pretty well, so it wasn't really a threat there. So let's go back and check that how you lost possession because it looks like there might be danger. Uh, yeah, when you see Conte or any player like that running at you like this pass is really hard to hit. I think you should just reset the play, pass it back to Sissoko or Firmino. Um, like this pass to Son isn't bad, but there's no real thing. I mean, again, if you can play it forward, I'd always play it forward if there's an obvious pass there. But this pass is really hard to hit. I just would have maneuvered around with Neymar a bit. Maybe you could pass it to Dembele because he's a bit free, but I'd probably pass this back and reset. That was a driven pass too, and it's like that pass is just really hard to hit. Okay, nothing comes off that. Okay, let's play it through a bit. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go back and look at that. Okay. I guess he wants to play to Mbappe out here. I think you waited a bit too long. You should just play that sooner. Mbappe was wide open. Okay, you lose the ball. Let's see what happens. Okay, good defense initially, but you switch off Varane again. I wouldn't switch off Varane like that. Because again, he could have potentially done another fake shot and got momentum. Let's go back and look. So pretty good defense here. You're on Varane. Then, like right there, when you switch off Varane, if he drag backs, and then sprints, he might get away from you. And then this pass to Ronaldo is a real threat. You did switch back though, and you covered him pretty well. But I wouldn't have switched off Varane in the first. You got to be careful sometimes to not player switch too many times. Okay, let's see what happens here. Pass this. Let's go back again. That pass to Son, I don't think was ever really on. That pass to Son is really tough. Conte is like shading him. I would have just again. You could drag back out or just turn away and play back to Semedo and just kind of reset again. Uh, okay, that was really good defense. You switch on to Ronaldo, but you also kind of shade Marcelo and you cover the run. That was really good defense there. Because that run from Marcelo was a threat. Risky pass there, but it works out, and then you got Dembele right here. So I would just through ball that to Dembele, and if he has to cover, he has to use Messi, and it'll drain his stamina. Okay, good through ball. Neymar's open. I'm guessing he makes. Neymar's like wide open. Ah, why didn't you play to Neymar sooner? You should have played that to Neymar sooner. See, if you play to Neymar now, Rio, if Rio comes over to Neymar, Son is wide open, potentially. But if you play to Neymar now, Neymar is also a major threat to just keep running and then you could finish it with Neymar. But you delay the pass and then your opponent realizes the danger of Neymar and he then sprints over to Neymar to take that pass away. And then that pass is completely gone. And I think you still end up playing it. Yeah. Okay. That was just simple. Once you do a great job of getting past his Luis here, but then after that fake shot, you gain momentum back with Dembele very nicely. You gotta play this past Neymar. Just a simple through ball to Neymar here, and then you've got major threats. You got a threat of Neymar going in through on goal, or if his Rio comes over to his Neymar, you could play it to Son, or even get past his Rio if he's like super aggressive at you. You should just play that pass sooner. Just should have played. If you play that pass sooner, you're potentially going up 2-1 there. I'm guessing you wanted to fake shot that. Um, let's go back. Go back. I don't know. I don't know if this was a through ball. It's the wrong option because through balls from your back four into midfield are always risky. They tend to be there tends to be too much weight on them, so they always get away from your player. If this was a normal ground pass, though, you made the right move, and it just was unfortunate that it ended up. But if you through ball this, I would never through ball this. Always ground pass it if you can, especially from your back four into midfield, because there's always a risk that the pass is going to get away from the player. I don't know if you through ball that or ground passed it. I couldn't tell from the animation. Oh, wow, he ends up scoring from it. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so again, if this was a through ball, I would not have done through ball. If it was a ground pass, it's unfortunate. But let's see. Go back. Take a look. Let me just go back one more time. Okay. When Messi makes that pass to De Bruyne, usually when players are sticking their arms out like that, you know they initiated a 1-2 pass. So you got to be mindful of Messi making this run here. So you should have. I think you should have stayed on Militao here because this run from Messi is a threat. Tomato can cover and De Bruyne is running away from goal. I think you should have switched to Militao here or stayed on. You were on Militao initially. You should have stayed on him because this run from Messi is a threat. And I mean that's just an insane ball. But if you were on, if you stayed on Militao, like you're on Militao here, and this through ball is just not going to be a threat because you can easily cover it. Then you can also shade Ronaldo a bit. But you switch off Militao, you go to Tomato to cover De Bruyne, and this run is just it's deadly. And then honestly, this isn't just an insane pass. So that's unfortunate. But I just would have stayed on Militao there, and you would have been fine, I think. Ooh, okay, let's go back. Oh, that's a good pass. It's just I think it's unlucky. I think you made the right move here. His reel just gets so poke on it. Is he off? No? No, oh, he is off. You ever played that somewhere? Hmm. Oh, wait, whoop. You could play to Dembele here, but that's just unfortunate. Neymar just kind of went into offside position. That was close. Okay, let's go back. Okay, you switch on to Mendy. You should have played always. I think you should always play people for the run because if they cut inside, you got defenders to throw at him. When players are sprinting out wide like this, I feel like first you should always play them for the run, but or you play them for the run, but you also kind of shade a bit to cover them inside. So you like sprint at them, but you give them just a bit of space. But you completely stopped here. And this pass, if he takes a touch there and then he settles and takes a shot, it might have gone in. So that sequence there with Eusebio, I think you always have to play him for the run a bit. You kind of stopped there and you were in a bit of a no man's land, so that was dangerous. Yeah, let's see. I'm hoping there's another chance. Let's go back. Dembele's wide open. You play it to Dembele, you can take a touch and potentially score from that. You gotta play this to Dembele. When you got players wide open like that, you just gotta hit them. It's still unfortunate because this Firmino runs into Son's drag back. Yeah, Dembele's wide open. You play to him. You take the open. Well, that's unlucky. You take the open space with Dembele, and then Son or Neymar could potentially be wide open in the midfield. Oh, he scored again. Okay. Let's go back. You switch on Militao. He cuts inside. Switch to Varane. Okay, this is pretty much dangerous. Okay, you're on Militao. He cuts away. Then he cuts back. Okay. That's just tough to defend because it's Team of the Year Ronaldo. So, could we have prevented the pass coming in? Just another insane pass. Could you have stayed on Varane there? Go back. When you switch to Varane here, could you have stayed on? You could have. I think you could have stayed on Varane. I mean, again, it's like Team Dear Ronaldo in the box. It's like tough to defend against. You could have stayed on Varane there, but go towards Ronaldo. But you kind of went towards De Bruyne, and then afterwards with Militao, you just kind of lunge in, and Ronaldo gets a free shot, even on his left, or it's on his right, actually. That's tough. That is tough. Does he get one more? His opponent just kind of trolling a bit there with those flicks. Was there a chance there? Time. Yeah, that's pretty much the game then. Does another flick that almost goes in. Okay. He ends up losing 3-1. I guess the game just kind of got away from you. It's small margins. Yeah, that sequence you had with Dembele out wide, it was 1-1 back then. If you play that pass to Neymar, you are, excuse me, you are potentially scoring from that. And then afterwards, that 2-1, that second goal that he scored, you didn't. His Messi makes that run, and you're not on Militao to cover the run because that was the danger there. You kind of tracked his De Bruyne and it was running away from goal, but I mean, again, hey, we all make mistakes. So I hope some of what I went through helped. But yeah, I mean, again, pretty interesting game to look at from someone else's perspective. Again, we all make mistakes, so as you guys have seen from the previous 5 episodes, I've made plenty of mistakes in my games as well. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the video. I want to give a quick shout out to Siam or Siam again for sending me his video to use. And I hope that my analysis has helped him iron out a few mistakes in his game. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already to stay updated on future videos. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Take it easy.